I was halfway through my shift at the factory when it happened. The night shift was always the worst. Loud, hot, and boring as hell. I was standing at my station, guiding one of the big robotic arms as it welded metal frames together. The rhythmic clank, clank, clank of the machines had become background noise after 15 years of doing this job. I was thinking about how my back was already killing me, and how I still had 4 more hours to go, when the air in front of the robotic arm suddenly tore open. A glowing blue circle appeared right in the middle of the factory floor. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. The light swallowed me before I could even let go of the control panel. I hit the ground hard on a muddy forest road. The sudden silence was deafening compared to the factory tall pine trees surrounded me. The air smelled like blood and wet earth. A merchant caravan was under attack. 2 massive monster bears, each the size of a small truck, were tearing through the wagons. Their fur was dark and matted, and their eyes glowed with an unnatural red light. Several merchants and guards were already dead or dying. A well-dressed man with a thin mustache spotted me the second I appeared, his face lit up with sickening relief.
There! The system sent us one! Perfect timing!
Before I could even stand up, he shouted to the others, "Use him as bait, while the bears are distracted with the outsider. We run!" My stomach dropped. Bait? You sons of bitches summoned me just to... The compulsion hit me like a sledgehammer. My body moved on its own, forcing me to grab a fallen spear and step toward the bears, even as my mind screamed to run the other way. The merchants didn't hesitate. They grabbed what they could carry and bolted into the trees, leaving me behind like I was nothing more than a piece of meat. One of the giant bears turned its head toward me, drawn by the movement. I gripped the spear with shaking hands. "You cowardly bastards. I hope those bears get you too." The first bear charged. I stabbed it in the shoulder as it got close, but the monster barely slowed down. It swung one massive paw and sent me flying into a tree. My ribs cracked on impact. Pain exploded through my chest. I tried to crawl away, but the compulsion kept pushing me forward. My body wouldn't listen. It wanted me to keep fighting even though I was already broken. The second bear joined in. It slammed into me from the side, knocking the spear from my hands. Before I could react, its jaws clamped down on my shoulder. I felt the bones shatter. Then the first bear's claws raked across my stomach. Hot blood poured out of me as the world started going dark. I could hear the merchants' footsteps fading into the forest as they escaped. The last thing I saw was the glowing red eyes of the bear looming over me. Then everything went black. I died. I felt every second of it. The crushing jaws, the tearing claws, the cold creeping in as my life drained away into the dirt. Then, nothing. When I opened my eyes, I was back at the factory. The robotic arms were still moving. The welding sparks were still flying. My shift timer said only 12 minutes had passed. My body was completely fine. No broken ribs, no bite marks, no blood. But I was shaking so hard I had to grab the control panel to stay standing. A blue screen appeared in front of me. Task failed, subject deceased. Emergency return protocol activated. Rewards issued based on contribution 350 EXP 80 gold. Level up, level 4 to level 5. I stared at the glowing text with pure rage. Level 5. I had reached level 5 by being used as bait and getting torn apart by 2 monster bears while a bunch of cowardly merchants ran for their lives. My full status screen opened. Name, Jerid Glasspool. Age, 46. Level 5. Class, none. Class selection available. XP, 0 of 1,000 gold, 240. I stood there in the middle of the noisy factory, breathing hard. They didn't even try to fight. They just threw me to the monsters so they could escape. I had died twice now, and the worst part, I was starting to realize that in these worlds, some people saw me as nothing more than a disposable tool. I looked at the glowing words, class, selection available, and felt nothing but anger and fear. level 5 had finally arrived. But after being betrayed and killed like that, I wasn't sure I wanted to keep playing this game anymore, because I had a terrible feeling the next time the blue light came for me, it was gonna be even worse.